Welcome back, everyone, to Freaky Friday on this freaky evening. I want to thank everybody who tuned in, everybody who's in the live chat, everybody who decided not to be on the live chat, everybody who liked, commented, subscribed, unsubscribed. It doesn't matter. You guys are still watching. I also want to welcome all the other podcasters that are logged in with their fake profile pages. Thank you. Much love and respect to you guys. Okay. Tonight, it's a good night. A lot of you guys have been asking about the Spice Smuggler. Well, you know, he's busy, but he's here today. Okay. So other than that, we're going to go ahead and jump right into it with the Spice Smuggler. How you doing?
I'm doing good.
Hey, you know what? Look, let me tell you something. Sometimes I might just call you the Spice, or Ruben. Okay. You haven't been here in a couple of weeks, you know, but a lot of people think that maybe I wasn't trying to invite you back. Can you just tell them it's not like that?
It's not like that. I'm up to here with things. I'm busy. Like, my brother calls me, hey, let's do the podcast. You coming? I got too many things to do. I'm sorry. I got too many things on my plate. And now I got the damn IRS on my ass.
Really?
Yeah, man. Thank you. Thanks, AI. Because I know it's this damn AI artificial.
What movie was this? Tell him I'm the pain in Lamansky's ass.
Raw Deal with Arnold Schwarzenegger. Did I say that correctly?
Yeah. Raw Deal.
Great movie. You got to watch it.
Great movie. Okay. Other than that, we got some exciting topics. You know, let me bring my little list over here. There was somebody was on Joe Rogan not too long ago, and it was once again Republican Anna Paulina Luna. That was about 2 weeks ago. She's been making headlines with some of the things that she said on the Joe Rogan podcast. You know, people may say, don't mention Joe Rogan's name because he doesn't need the clout. Well, it doesn't matter. He's like the number one podcast out there. Okay.
Number one.
Okay. Now, she said something about aliens. Joe was digging deep and was trying to pry her open. Okay. And she spoke. I actually think, Ruben, that she might have said a little bit too much.
I was in shock for the amount of information she was talking about.
I know.
Talking about how do you say that? Interdimensional beings?
Right.
Man, I've never heard like people straight out saying they're interdimensional. I mean, she was just spilling the beans like it was nothing. She was giving more information than I ever heard any other. You see a lot of ufologists or whistleblowers talking about, I have information. I spoke to someone. I have this information that I cannot release. Anna Paulina Luna, if I said that correctly again.
Yes.
She was on that show saying so much that I have to watch it over and over.
Yeah.
You got to see it. I mean,
I've seen it.
Watching it once doesn't do it justice.
No.
You'll hear more.
You hear more. No, but tell them at least what she was talking about. I know it's interdimensional beings. And she actually even went as far as saying, like, I seen pictures.
She seen pictures. It wasn't hearsay. She saw with her own eyes. She also stated that when she was in the U.S. Air Force on the beach, that she has seen something in the sky, and that's when she was intrigued. I find it kind of funny that a lot of these people that are very informative with hard evidence and facts that had an experience sometime early in their lives.
Right.
And even rock stars and musicians.
Right.
Have you ever heard of, who was that one guy? There was a rock star. There's been a few rock stars that had UFO experience. John Lennon had one.
Really? I didn't hear about John Lennon.
Yeah, there's been a few. I just can't, because I wasn't even thinking about that. It just came to mind now. But yeah, this keep your eyes on Anna Paulina Luna. She's got a lot of great information, and she's pretty much spilling the beans, bro. Like, I just can't wait to see what she says next.
Yeah, no, she actually said it with the things that she saw, and Joe was like blown away. Like, I was tripping that she was actually even talking.
Because she was nonchalant about it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, but now here's my thing. Let me ask you, because you believe in all of this. You know, you ufologist, or how do you call them?
Who?
What you just said, the UFOologist?
Ufologist.
Ufologist. Okay.
Yeah.
Would you consider yourself one?
No.
Okay, but I know you do know some.
I know a lot. I'm not qualified. I'm just an avid believer. I know a lot, but I've never seen a UFO.
That's what my question was. Have you ever experienced anything like that?
There's times where I thought I saw one, but it was so far from a distance that it could have been anything. But I'm not going to sit here and say I saw one. I want to see one. Hopefully I get to see one, but I may regret it. from the stories I've been hearing. Have you heard the stories people talk about? People think.
Go ahead, share with us.
See, the imagination people have is they're so filled with Hollywood.
Yeah.
Oh, I want to see an alien. Oh, they'll give us the answers. Oh, they'll heal me. Every story I've heard has been horrific.
Are they like hostile?
Yeah, experimentations. I mean, not to mention the anal probes. I think those come from Uranus, don't they?
No, from clitorius probably.
Just kidding. Anyway, a little dark humor, but no. Most experiences are horrific.
Really?
Yeah. Oh, you know, one that movie called Fire in the Sky. Remember that?
Dope movie. I liked it.
If you watch that movie, there was a scene where he breaks out of a little pod where he was at. And there was like some kind of fleshy thing he had to rip open. And when he was floating, I guess he were in outer space because there was no gravity. And he saw a bunch of other ones where they had other people, and he was ripping them, trying to get out or looking in, and he saw bodies, like decomposing humans. And that was pretty much his story, but he was describing in the movie.
Right.
I mean, what would you do, Tony, in that situation? Let's put yourself in that scenario.
Right.
You get taken. A million things are going through your mind.
Right.
You know you're done when you see dead humans in a spacecraft.
Right.
What would you do right then and there?
I don't know what to do, to be quite honest, because obviously you're dealing with something that's not human. You don't know what they think. You don't know how they talk. Do they talk through telepathy? And if they do talk, is it our language? You just don't know what you did. Do they look like somewhat humans, like the Sleep Stacksman from Land of the Lost?
Yeah.
Or do they look, are they spirits? I mean, I don't know what I'm dealing with. So if I knew, then I would be able to deal with it a little bit more.
Good answer. A very good answer. The reason I asked you that is because I read a lot of books. I watch a lot of videos. I do a lot of research online. That's pretty much where we get our information from.
Right.
But my thought process changes weekly, monthly, because I always find out something that contradicts what I thought was true.
Okay.
But I'm not disappointed in myself. I'm not, because I tell myself, going into this, I'm going to learn and figure things out, find things out, and things may contradict other things. The funny thing that sticks with me, I think about it every night, and it doesn't let me go. And you'll remember this when I tell you this. It seems like this phenomenon with UFOs, aliens, is like science crossing the paranormal.
Right.
Keep that in mind every time, because every time you hear an alien abduction, a paranormal story, a poltergeist, it seems like they have a lot of things in common.
Yeah, you're right.
Very scary.
You know which one tripped our father out? Remember The Fourth Kind?
Mm-hmm.
Now, be honest, you've seen that movie, right?
Yep.
I believe in stuff like that.
Yeah. Wait a minute. We're talking about the one, not the one with Mila Jovovich, is it?
I'll look it up right now. I'll look it up and then
there's a new one
tell
called
me.
The Fourth Kind.
No, this is the old one. No, this is the old one. I'll tell you which year. I want to say okay, this one right here.
Yeah, that's recent.
That's 2009.
Yeah, my dad was still alive then.
Yeah. This one right here. So The Fourth Kind.
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm talking about. It's like science and the paranormal.
Yes, but it's also, let's be honest, it looks somewhat even demonic.
That's why I'm saying science and the paranormal cross each other. There's something. Is there something there?
I believe there is. I truly do believe there is.
The reason I don't believe that, because why does a spirit need a nuts and bolts spacecraft?
That's my problem.
Yeah.
That's my problem. I'm like, okay, why do we need, does it need an oil check or something,
Yeah, I don't get it.
I don't get it either.
That movie, scary movie.
It truly is.
When the mother went into, what do they call that when they put you in a deep sleep, or the hypnotizer?
They're hypnotized, yeah.
And through hypnotism, she was able to speak to these beings.
Yes.
That right there had me scared a little bit. I do get scared when I watch horror movies, but that part confused me because he went up against everything that I have read and studied about.
Right.
I'm like, wait a minute. That's why I say my thought process on the subject changes daily, weekly, monthly.
Yeah.
You know, it's
Are you familiar? I think his name's Charlie Kirk. I think that's his name.
Charlie Kirk.
Let me bring it up. He's okay.
Sounds familiar.
Yeah, I think Charlie Kirk. Let me see. I believe. Okay, no, it's not him. God, I'm trying to remember. This guy's a journalist and he also has a podcast. Very popular guy. I actually follow him on Instagram, and he says that he's a Christian. Okay. But I forgot who he was talking about. He might have been talking to the guy that you told me about. Remember, you said Sean Ryan?
Yes.
I think he interviewed him, and he asked him about UFOs, and he just said, I'm just flat out say it's unpopular, but they're demons.
Yeah, I mean...
Okay, and this guy has talked to everyone. So you know who we talked to? The prime minister, or should I say the president, if you will, of El Salvador.
Yeah.
Okay.
Bukele?
I believe that's what his name. And he asked him, you made one of the most dangerous countries in the world, the most safest. And he said, it's very simple. Put the criminals in jail.
Yeah.
And it is. And he said, in your inaugural speech, you actually said, may God give me wisdom. And he said, why did you say that? And he said, why not?
King Solomon said it.
And that's what that reminded me of, in a sense. Okay? Yeah. So, but anyways, he flat out said, it's demonic. But look, if you're going to say it's demonic or something like that, at least give us a little bit more. Because he says, I'm convinced, that this is what it is. But he didn't really fully quite elaborate on it. But like our father, okay? When he told me about fourth kind, he told me this. And this will trip me out. That's why I'm glad you're open-minded and you said my thought process or the way I think is changing weekly or monthly.
Yeah.
He said, I started noticing things in the house moving and falling. Okay?
Yeah.
And then I said, so is that what aliens do?
Yeah, I don't think so.
Exactly. So anyways, but back to this Republican...
Anna Paulina Luna. Thank you. I was going to backtrack to her.
Right. The stuff that she has said doesn't sound like green little men from Mars.
She's even mentioning, now this isn't me. This is Anna Paulina Luna stating it even dates back to biblical times.
Yes.
And even suggesting that reading out of certain books like the book of Ezekiel, which surprised me, that Tommy's Burgers give me the hiccups. But yeah, I find her fascinating. But again, I hold my thoughts on her for the simple fact that I valued Luis Elizondo. Have you heard of him?
No.
Luis Elizondo. He was a former Air Force in the military, and he's a whistleblower now, but he's writing books.
Really?
He's doing podcasts, and he's showing pictures as if those are real deal, and a lot of them have been proven wrong or false.
Okay.
And now it seems like Stephen Greer is under the gun now.
Okay.
I mean, these guys are like, we're going to release it all. We're going to disclosure. We're going to tell you everything. And when it's time, it's a big nothing burger. Nothing.
Yeah.
And in one interview, Anna Paulina Luna, you guys got to watch it. Find it on Joe Rogan. I know he don't need our plug, but Joe Rogan's the podcast.
he gets the guys there.
Yeah. And
Okay.
I'm still blown away, Tony. I'm still blown away. She said interdimensional beings, UFOs. I know I'm repeating myself, but no one has ever said as much detail as she has, and she has a lot more to say soon.
Yes. Yeah. Okay. The guy's name is Tucker Carlson.
Oh yeah, he's great. I like him. I like him.
He's the one that said they're demons.
I like him for the fact that he says, I only been interested in the subject and reading upon it because someone introduced me to it, and it was fascinating. And I don't need to know. These are his own words. I don't need to know anymore.
There you go.
Yeah.
That was it.
He says, I'm convinced that these are either angelic, demonic, or whatnot. But see, that's the way I thought for a long time. But I have to keep an open mind. There's enough evidence to prove otherwise, or to but open your mind to other possibilities.
Right.
I know that for a fact. I mean, there's a lot, not just UFOs or demonic entities, the paranormal, but there's a lot of things in the news now. There's a lot of videos surfacing regarding mermaids, sea creatures. I mean, I have never seen, and yes, we have AI now. Yes, these can be fabricated.
Yeah.
But a lot of these are, I believe, are real. Like these, what do you think about the, what do you call that? A bulbous spear? The one that was found in Brazil? The sphere?
I'm not sure.
It was like a silver metallic
Oh,
ball.
no. That was, wasn't it Mexico?
Well, it's in Mexico now, but I think
Yeah.
they found it either in Brazil or Colombia.
Yeah.
But now they're being seen everywhere. And
Right.
yeah, I've seen a couple that had me fooled that were AI, because it's getting better and better, AI.
Right.
And now we got this Project Blue, what we have always had that, but Project Bluebeam.
Right. Okay. Back to just really quickly before we move on. Well, you know what? Let's just start with that Tucker Carlson one. Was that the one on Sean Ryan when he said that?
Yes, he's been on a few podcasts, but Sean Ryan's that was his best interview.
Right. But I'm going to tell you this. Sean Ryan, is he a believer? Because he asks us a lot of good questions that surround the scriptures. That's why.
You know what? I like Sean Ryan because he's open-minded. He's said a lot of things. He hasn't always been a religious person.
Right.
But he said he had died. He had a near-death experience, or he actually died. And he said he actually heard the voice of God. His words, not mine.
Right.
And I found that fascinating because it seems like after that is when he started getting into other topics, UFOs, paranormal, and every other thing.
Right.
Most podcasters would just speak on a subject to get views, clicks.
Of course.
But I like I said, Joe Rogan, Sean Ryan, and a few others that are into this because they want to know. They don't claim to know, like a Stephen Greer that just gives us a bunch of nothing burgers. Lou Elizondo hasn't said anything, but wrote a book. Read my book. You'll find more information in there. I'm not going to bother. There's a lot of other good authors.
Right.
There's one book that I want to read right now. I have it at home. By the way, have you been able to get to that book I gave you?
I went to a couple of pages, yes. As a matter of fact, I read it in here.
Okay. There's one called, and it's funny because I took it as a sign, like I got to read it right away. I'm watching YouTube, and I'm clicking through a couple of channels, and guess who's on this channel? The guy who wrote the book of Alien Species. I'm like, oh, wow. So I'm listening to his interview. Now I'm more intrigued to read his book. I actually want to read it, but I need some time. I may just sit by the pool this weekend.
Right.
And enjoy the sun and the cool air and read that because I think I won't be disappointed on that one.
Okay.
But I encourage you to read that book, Tony. Read it. I really
No, I
like
read a
your
couple of pages.
perspective.
Yeah, and then we'll bring you back and we'll talk about it.
Some things may be mentally out of grasp for you to digest.
Well, maybe some of the words that I may not know, the verbiage that you may know.
Yeah.
You know, because like ufologist, I never even heard of that.
Ufologist.
Ufologist, you see?
Yeah.
So,
Well, ufologist is someone that constantly studies, and I'm not one of those. I just
right.
read up on a subject and enjoy
I just say
talking
you
about it.
fool.
Yeah, you can say that too.
Okay. Now, let's talk a little bit. No, there was something else that you had brought up earlier in the car. We said we were going to talk about her, and then we were talking about one more thing. But okay, let's jump into AI right now. Where do you think AI is taking us right now?
I mentioned this, as always, Tony. I mentioned this to, I'm not sure if I mentioned to you, but I mentioned it to a few people.
Yeah.
Years ago, about 20 years ago, maybe more. First thing that came to people's mind was, you're watching too many movies, Terminator.
Right.
And I even told people, social media, Facebook has AI connected to it. No one believed, everybody that I spoke to laughed at me.
Right.
Well, AI is the future. AI is here. And for those that don't believe in AI, that think it's a tool that's made for you to use, you're mistakenly wrong, because it's going to be used against you. It's going to be connected to everything.
Yes.
Which is why I didn't know I owed back taxes.
Yeah.
And I know it was through AI. I'll explain that in a little bit, but AI is going to be connected to everything, through your bank account, to your social media. And now they're talking about, they got this quantum computer that just, how do I say, it's just far more advanced than AI.
Right.
And it's going to be able to read your iris, your eye.
Yes. Yes.
Kind of like that movie with Tom Cruise called The Minority Report. There it is.
Minority. Wow.
Yeah, remember that movie, The Minority
Of course,
Report?
of course. I thought it was a big flop, but I thought the cinematography was great.
A lot of these things are going to happen. And I always say they hide the truth in movies. And the way it's going to happen, it's not going to happen overnight.
The technology was amazing, by the way.
Yeah. Listen, I'm here to tell you that what you see in movies is not far from now. Every decade,
Right.
something new comes out. And what's happening,
Right.
listen, a kid that's 1 year old right now, Tony, in 10 years, it's going to see what's happening as normal with
Yes.
the technology. When that kid is 10 more years,
Right.
20 years, they're going to think it's all normal. You and I saw when VCRs and camcorders came out, we had no cell phones. We had beepers.
Beepers pretty much at the end.
We had pay phones. We had home phones.
Yeah.
Now everyone carries these.
Everyone you're not going to get away with nothing because everything records everybody.
What?
I mean, can you imagine? Okay, and I think we were told this one time when we were kids, probably in the early '80s, that one day there's going to be cameras everywhere, and it's almost going to be like we're incarcerated. And we said, "No way, that can never happen." But it is true. We got the ring on our doors. We got these right here that we could record. We got security cameras. We got street cameras. We're really always being recorded.
I can go a step further, Tony, but I will sound like a quack.
Just go ahead. Sound like a quack.
All right. I really believe a lot of people claim that they feel like their cell phones can read their minds. Holding their phones to their head, holding it can, there's technology. And I always mention this.
Right.
That when you go to the hospital and you attach these things to your body, it's reading your energy, your electromagnetic energy. It's called the EKG and the EEG.
Right.
Okay. What's the difference between you holding your phone or putting it to your body? The technology in it. With AI and quantum computers, it's going to be able to read your energy just by holding the phone and deciphering the vibration or the energy you're releasing to put together your thoughts and know what you're thinking. Now, remember that 10 years from now, maybe less. On top of that, I wanted to throw this in there. What's the difference between asking your phone, I'm not going to say the phone, and asking a Ouija board a question? Is it a modern day type thing?
We did an episode a while back, Rube, where we talked about it. I wasn't comparing it, but I was just saying, look at the similarities. Ouija board from 0 to 9. Our phone's 0 to 9, the numbers.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now it talks to you.
Yeah. You can go on Google, ask it a question. For an example, when does this movie premiere or whatnot? When did so and so die? Okay. Same thing. Okay. It answers you. This gives the answers. It could give you yes or no, just like this give you a yes or a no.
Right.
Okay. The computer, it's the same thing.
Same things with your TV. I can't prove this, but I heard a lot about it. It makes a lot of sense. But I think you got to be some kind of big wanted individual by the government because they're saying that they can hear you and even see you through your TV.
Yeah.
I don't know too much about that, but I wouldn't put it past any government, any company designing them TVs.
Right.
So, I just lost my train of thought for a split second.
Take your time. The TV that they can see us.
No, I was going to talk about your phone, because iPhone has Siri. See? And yours has that A.
Right.
It starts with A. Have you seen that video where someone left their camera on, like recording, and in the middle of the night, their speaker? Some people have them in their living room and in their bedrooms. Yeah, that all of a sudden it breaks out like some kind of demonic laugh.
Yeah.
That's some scary stuff, man. I remember I went to go visit a family member in Las Vegas, and he had one. I slept there one day, and I thought I heard noises or whispering. The next day, I said, man, take this out of here. I don't feel comfortable with it.
Wow, that's crazy. No, you know what? You just,
I tap on something.
yeah. I had forgot about it about a month ago. Had a guy called me, and he watches this show. I'm not going to say his name because I don't want to put him on the spot. It just freaked me out right now that you said that. Saw a paranormal show, possibly a podcast, where somebody said, put a camera in the corner of your room and record yourself sleeping and watch it.
I thought about that, but it even scares me to do that.
It even scares me too, okay?
What are you going to do if you see something like...
No, well, this is what he said. So he would watch it and then fast forward it. Nothing. He said he did it like for about 2 weeks and then he was about to stop. So one day he just forgot to check it.
Yeah.
Went about his business, came back, checked it, and he scared the living hell out of him. He said he's going to show it to me.
Well,
hold on. I'll tell you what he saw.
Okay. I'm almost afraid to even ask.
So he's sleeping, and the way he explained it to me, he's sleeping on his left side. So he's facing his door. He said, my door is probably 4 feet away from me.
Yeah.
He said, my camera is in the corner of the room, so it's facing directly at him and at the door. Something walked in, okay? And he said it was all white. Walked in, looked, saw the camera, and walked back out. He goes, how did it know that I had the camera in there?
Yeah. And another thing, why are some of these things afraid to be on camera?
I have no idea, and that's what freaked him out. And he says, I'm going to show it to you, bro. And I said, can I put it on Freaky Tale? He goes, no.
That's funny. Just to add on that, I think it was on Instagram.
Yeah.
Someone was doing an experiment, like you had just said, but they pointed the camera at themselves, like close to their bed, because they experienced a lot of sleep paralysis. That's so. God.
Okay, think about that one, Alex.
No, I know. I'm just trying to spit it out because it was frightening when I saw.
Put a poll up. Would you record yourself sleeping? Okay.
This guy experienced a lot of sleep paralysis, and he recorded himself, and he saw like a shadow, something, a silhouette, a black silhouette, shadow, not a shadow person, because they had. He can describe it.
Right.
It was kind of like animalistic, not like a human. It had arms and legs, but it looked more like an animal.
Right.
Actually, like squatting on his stomach. And the funny thing is that, well, not funny, but it's scary because I experienced that I haven't experienced it in a long time, but I did experience it. And the most horrific one I did experience was when I was laying on my back one day, and I had my hands on my chest, and my right leg was bent up, my left leg was extended down, and I felt a hand pull my right leg down, and they were holding my ankles. And then I felt something standing behind me, and it held my hands down. And then a third one, I can actually feel his butt sit on my stomach. Yeah, I mean, it sounds funny, but it was like an evil laugh, just laughing at me.
Really?
And it's funny, like why do we play possum? Or is it a panic reaction? Like we're scared,
right? And
we're thinking, if I don't move, maybe they'll leave me alone. I don't know, or maybe we're just scared shitless.
Right.
So it's always the same story with everybody. You get to a point where you say, you know, screw it, whatever's gonna happen is gonna happen. I just can't sit here and let these things have their way with me. And you release yourself from it, and nothing is there. There's other sleep paralysis experience I had where I'm asleep and I hear like lots of voices as if I'm in a crowded room. I'm like half awake, half asleep. And then I snap out of it and no one's in there in the room. Now, what is that? Are we like in the spiritual realm because we're like half awake, half asleep? They say, I hate to say they say, but you know, that's
so
common.
you have that, you experience that too then?
Yeah, people say that it could be that, it could be spiritual, like you're half there, half here, because they say you do leave your body at times when you're sleeping. People astral project or have an out-of-body experience and don't even realize it till sometime later. It's a weird phenomenon, but it's frightening sometimes when you think about this stuff. Excuse me. Same reason I don't watch horror movies. I mean, I watch horror movies, Tony, but I don't watch these demonic movies anymore. I do not. And there's a lot of good movies I want to watch, but it's always like witches, warlocks, demonic incantations. I don't want that in my home. There's always a reaction to playing those movies in my home.
Right.
And I always tell people, either if you're going to watch it, either turn the volume down or fast forward it. Don't let that sound in your home.
Right, right.
The same thing as watching,
Some people don't like the intro to Freaky Tales.
I'm going to tell you a story and tell me if it's coincidence. Sorry to interrupt you.
Go ahead.
I remember, about a year and a half ago, I was driving a Sprinter van, a party van, and I had a bunch of people in the back, and I drove them from San Diego all the way to what's that new football stadium? In
SoFi?
SoFi. Well, I was taking these people to the Weeknd concert, that singer The Weeknd.
Okay.
And I've seen enough videos to know this guy sold his soul. I've seen a lot of information. Even the background lights, they slowed it down, paused it. It says Satan in lights, low-key subliminal. So I'm sitting in the van while the people are in the concert. And I'm playing on my phone. And I'm being a smartass, and I'm saying, you know what, I'm going to just be a jerk. I look for some prayers on YouTube. And I said, Lord, let them hear this prayer. I said this. I did this. I got my phone. I pointed it toward the concert. As funny as it sounds, us being a smartass.
Right.
And I turned my volume up. Not that anybody could hear, but I believe, in my religious beliefs. And I pointed it at the concert because I was parked in VIP where all the limos and everything parked. Right. And I played the prayer out loud in the van. No more than a little bit over 5 minutes. Everybody kept rushing out. Came rushing out.
Really?
They had shut it down. They say that the Weeknd said, sorry, I cannot continue. I can't do this. And I'm thinking, what happened? Why is everybody running out? Oh, the Weeknd had a panic attack or he couldn't sing. He said he couldn't do it. He's not 100%. And I'm like, did I do that? Who said that, Tony? Urkel. Did I do that? No, I just thought it was coincidental. And I'm like, I hope that was the power of God.
Wow, that is wild, but I believe
I know it's coincidental, but I like to believe.
No, but look at the timing.
Exactly. It's funny though, because I said this Weeknd is demonic people, all these young people being manipulated by this singer.
Do you really believe that somebody can sell their soul? I know we had I think our second episode was about selling your soul. Do you believe that somebody can actually sell their soul? And is there a contract written, or how do you think that goes? What have you heard about when you believe somebody sold their soul? And can they get it back?
There's I don't know, man, because I could tell you a story, a video I just watched of some little hip hop artist named Little Tony.
Yeah,
you heard about that?
I heard about that. Yeah,
how he was hanging out with a bunch of young guys that were driving McLarens, Lambos, Ferraris, and they were talking about, let's go do this. We got to do this, and we're gonna do some demonic stuff.
Yeah.
If you remember, there was I won't say his name, but you can say it if you want. Where 80s gangster rapper, the inventors of gangster rap, told you, well, we're gonna go do this ritual. We're gonna do this like satanic shit. This what do you call it? This service. Do you remember?
Yeah, I remember.
I don't know if you want to say his name or you can't say his name. I wouldn't say his name.
No, I don't want to say his name, but he also asked another producer that was on his way up.
Yeah.
Do you want to go to this meeting?
Yeah.
And he said, what kind of meeting is this? Now, they're sitting across from each other, okay? This rapper and this up-and-coming producer.
Yeah.
This up-and-coming producer looks behind the rapper and his friend is standing back there.
Yeah.
And his friend is telling him like this.
Yeah.
And he said, what kind of meeting is this? And this rapper said this, the kind that you don't come back from.
Now, I remember there was also another rapper called Little Flip. Remember him?
The name sounds familiar. I probably didn't listen to his music.
I'll say this after this, but he
Yeah.
was interviewed recently, and he was saying that most artists sell their soul in the industry,
Right.
to get what they want.
Yeah.
And he was saying that a lot of artists, when they come out with this huge hit, they always end up being a one-hit wonder due to the fact that they're introduced to this,
Yeah.
and they're like, nope, sorry, I'm not into it. No good.
Okay.
And
then it's a wrap.
it's a rap you never hear. So if you ever hear about these rappers and wonder, or these musicians, not even just rappers, Tony, it's country singers, Spanish singers.
Of course.
There's was it Juan Gabriel?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're saying that he was involved in that stuff.
I heard
it's all
that
over
too.
the world. It's every country, not just the United States.
No, I believe that.
It's just that's all we see living here in the U.S. But a lot of country singers, they're saying Taylor Swift, and what's that one black girl? She has curly red hair like Little Orphan Annie.
Is that the Ice Spice? Is that her?
Yeah, Ice Spice.
That's Ice
Yeah,
Spice.
She was with Taylor Swift at the Super Bowl or Super.
Yeah, and she threw up that sign.
And then I guess she had to do that because Taylor Swift noticed that she was about to do it, and her and her friend like turned away and started doing something else, and she was doing the hand sign. There's some dark stuff going up. If you want to be rich and famous, go ahead and sell your leather Cheerio, or go ahead and suck on a blow pop. But I'm telling you, it's going to be recorded, and that's what they got on you.
Is that what they mean? I'll take it to the candy shop.
Well, according to him, he was never at the Diddy parties. But you never know.
You could look at you ain't got to worry about me. I was never at those damn Diddy parties.
We went far off. We're talking about UFOs. Now we're talking about Diddy parties.
Well, those are freak offs. It's freaky.
Yeah, it's freaky tales. It's freaky. What are we calling it today? Freaky news?
Freaky highlights.
Freaky highlights. Freaky. What's going on in the freaky news right now?
You know, the crazy thing is, Rube, that look, do I believe that somebody can sell their soul? Yes. Okay. But
Let's not encourage anybody.
for somebody, because there's people that have told me, Tony, you know the answer to that. But look, I know the answer to that, and I can just keep it to myself. But I like to ask the question. Okay, I like to know what other people think about that. Do I believe that some people can? Yes. Do I believe that somebody can try to take it back? I don't know. But like what you said, they may say, "Well, this is not for me," and guess what? You never hear from them again.
Yeah.
Okay, you never hear from them again. But the thing is this: those people that you never hear from again are miserable. I know a bunch of rappers that I know that sold. They gave that up.
The leather Cheerio.
Okay, they gave it up, and guess
O-ring.
what? They got like, okay, cool. You know what? We're done with you. And now they're leaving miserable. They're taking any show just to pay the bills.
The leather donut.
Okay, we get it. The fucking the saladito, the balloon nut.
I will say here right now, not that I'm a rapper or anything or a singer, but I'd rather die miserable believing in God, knowing where I'm going, than to be rich temporarily and going to hell. Because I got more years behind me than I have in front of me. And I'm going to stay right here in front of you, Tone, because we're close in age.
Know what I mean,
If we're lucky, we got another
20 maybe.
20 maybe.
Maybe.
Shit, I'm going to start taking steroids and shit. I'm going to try to stay alive longer. No, hell no. Damn, that's scary. I got to start thinking about dying in the next 20 years. That's crazy. Life is short, people. Enjoy it while you're young, because when you're going to look back, say, damn, I need Viagra's. Damn, I drink one beer, I feel it in the morning, I'm hungover. I know I do, but I don't need Viagra's though. So back to Anna Paulina Luna.
No, we were talking about AI.
Oh, God. Feel a little goofy today, Alex. Feel free to chime in, Alex.
Okay.
Well, you said that you guys ended up talking from UFOs to Diddy parties, but at the end of the day, it's all demonic, right?
Yeah, most likely.
Yeah.
Okay, now AI. So, good thing or bad thing?
It's like medication. It can be used for good or it can be abused. That's my thoughts. What are the people commenting think about it? Anybody have any questions or any thoughts on the subjects?
I don't know.
Or they just it's a party line right now.
It's a party line, I guess. Yeah, but Okay, you know what? Another freaky headlines. Let's talk about Donald Trump. You had mentioned something about Donald Trump. So tell me, what is Donald Trump? Because lately they've been criticizing, or at least talking about his health.
Yeah. If you guys haven't noticed, he's had all these little blood marks, these bruises on his hands. His ankles are swollen up, and a lot of people online. There's even doctors that come out flat out say it's not good. 6 to 9 months left.
Really?
Yep. And these aren't just TikTokers. These are actual. I mean, you know what's funny? I'll get back to this.
Yeah.
I see doctors and nurses dancing in the hospital, TikToking. Some even during surgery, which is crazy. So anyway, just to support my argument, there's doctors on social media that are commenting on the president. Excuse me. On the president's health.
Yeah.
And it's not looking good. He wears, what do you call them, things that's connected to his private part called a catheter or something like that, where because he has uncontrollable bowel movements. There's videos of Donald Trump sitting in the middle and Putin and someone else on the side, and you can see like diarrhea liquid seeping through his legs on the chair. Yeah,
Donald Trump?
He's 77 years old in bad health.
Yeah, I know. I mean, he's not in the best of physical health. You know?
Well, that's what doctors on social media are saying, that he's got 6 to 9 months. And yeah, there's even, what was that?
What was that quote that he said about heaven?
Oh, he said, if I could stop the war between Ukraine and who's he going to war with? Russia? Yeah, Ukraine and Russia. One of those two countries. That's my ticket into heaven. Now, for a president to say, if I could stop this, that'll get me into heaven. I mean, it just only confirms what people are saying about how much time he has left to live.
So he was quoted for saying that.
No,
I didn't
I
hear
saw him say that.
Okay.
I saw him say that on TV.
You don't think maybe he was just being like sarcastic?
No. Who's sarcastic about going to heaven? I mean, this guy's 77 years old. He's I mean, anybody who lives past 70 is living a blessed life.
Yeah.
Speaking of Donald Trump, there's a lot I could say about that person. So I won't.
Right.
I want to, but that's a touchy subject. I don't want freaking, what do you call them dudes in the suits?
The Men in Black?
Not the Men in Black. It's the something security. What do you call them? Secret Service. They ain't no secret. They're just walking around. Anywho.
Okay. Well, you know, the thing is, the reason why I asked you to talk about these things, because I'll be honest with you, I don't really watch news.
I do. I watch stuff that I can get knowledge from. I don't just watch. I mean, sometimes I watch like the Spider-Man cartoons, but
Right. Like I really don't watch the news, and I'm going to tell you the truth, because I don't benefit from watching the news. Everything is, this person got smoked, this person got hit over the head, this person got ran over, 8 people, you know, got at this party over the weekend.
police chasing downtown LA.
Yeah, and I'm like, all right already, like.
Yeah.
Hey, I already sent you those videos before you saw it on the news.
Yeah, exactly.
No, I don't watch none of that stuff. I look for stuff I can learn from, or stuff I can compare to. But I'm done with Lou Elizondo and
Who's that?
Stephen Greer. Exactly.
Oh, Stephen Greer. Why does you sound familiar?
Because he's made a lot of videos about UFO disclosure. UFO disclosure 2024. He ain't said nothing. That lady, Anna Paulina Luna, said so much more than anybody has ever said in a matter of minutes on Joe Rogan.
Yep.
I'm telling you.
And she said, I've seen it.
Yeah. You know what's funny is that, what's that guy, Stephen Greer?
Right.
He says so much like, oh, I've been sick before and I seen this one alien.
Yeah.
And he healed me and this and that. I'm like, okay. I mean, extraordinary claims need extraordinary explanations. And that's why he's written so many books and so many, directed so many UFO movies, nothing. And this is why I really, really, really want to hear more from this U.S. Congresswoman.
Yeah.
This is just not somebody making YouTube videos, or this is a U.S. Congresswoman. That's heavy duty right there. Think about that.
Yeah.
So let me ask you something. Do you think she's doing this on her own? Or you think this is all part of slow disclosure from the government?
I think more on that because before, we're living in a time where more and more info is coming out, and who's okaying it?
Exactly. Who's giving the orders?
Yeah, who's okay? Before, I don't think 20, 30 years from now, she could have ever said any of that stuff.
Remember what Vladimir Putin said when he was interviewed by an American journalist? Every time you're president, you get a new elected president. He says he's going to do this, he's going to do that. But every time he gets into the office, here comes these men in black suits and briefcases. Tell him what to do.
Yeah.
And that was the Russian president that says that. And I don't know if I ever said this on the podcast, but there was a hot mic on. And it was a Russian, someone close to Vladimir Putin. He was talking to a Russian an American journalist.
Yeah.
And the lady was pestering him over information. And the guy thought that it was just between them two. And there was a hot mic. So it was recorded. And he said to her, if the people on Earth would know how many extraterrestrials live on Earth and amongst us, it would be chaos. People would panic. That's one thing I do believe. I believe. I sound like Zechariah Stitcher now. I believe.
Right.
Anywho, you know what I'm talking about, huh? As quacky as it sounds, my understanding, and you and I always split hairs, Tone, but I'm gonna stand by what I say. I sincerely 110% believe that aliens, extraterrestrials, ET, whatever you want to call them, live amongst us. Some in human form, some look a lot like us, some are very tall, and yeah, they hold jobs. They do daily things the way humans do, and I'm gonna leave that right there with you. And I hope I'm proven right soon, because I really do believe that.
Okay.
I don't believe in this Truman Show. Remember that movie Truman Show?
Yeah.
I see a lot of that. I see a lot of people talking about the Matrix. Say we live in the Matrix. There may be some truth to that, but there's not enough evidence for me to say, yeah, I'm leaning to. I don't believe that. I stick to what I'm saying. I said that because I believe that aliens live amongst us, and I believe that some governments are working with them. And how do I prove that? I don't. I'm just telling you what I learned, and a lot of reading, a lot of studying, a lot of observing. I can really sit here and tell you I believe. I mean, if you were to ask me, Tony, as your brother, and said,
right,
do you believe that? I need to know what to believe, and I would tell you, Tony, yeah, we're not alone here.
Okay.
I'm serious. Call me crazy. I don't care. I've been called worse.
Well, I just felt a noise, almost like something pushed against that wall. Did you hear it?
I didn't hear anything.
No, I heard it. Freaky wall.
Hey,
okay.
Real quick, before I forget, I want to say it, Alex. Was it last year? You guys had a guest. Someone put a clip on from Freaky Tales. It was a female guest.
I know, and you heard that voice.
No, I saw an orb floating around, and it went in her head.
Oh, okay.
And I think, yes, I saw it. You guys put a little clip.
No, I played a little clip where a voice came out, like it's something like.
Oh, I saw that one.
That one, yeah.
No, but the one I saw was a female sitting right here, and it was a little orb flying around, and it went into her head. There was no reaction out of her, but I saw the orb, and I think your tech used that clip and posted it on social media.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah, and that's when I told you, Tone, I haven't been here in a while.
Right.
You guys have a lot of guests in here that I feel brought a lot of negativity or, evil. I didn't feel comfortable. Yeah, I didn't feel comfortable coming for a while, bro. It's like, I don't know, man. Throw some holy water in there, rub a Bible on the walls or something.
I remember when you called, you wanted to rebuke my guest, remember?
Oh, yeah, mumbo jumbo, yeah.
Yeah, get your guest out of there. And get your Bible. And I was like, it's a show, stop.
Well, I don't want to talk negative about anybody, but yeah, it was a bunch of mumbo jumbo, man.
Think so?
Yeah, it was just contradiction after contradiction. How are you going to worship the devil and proclaim God's name at the same time?
It's a show. You have to let them speak.
I mean, she probably believed in Beetlejuice. I won't say it 2 more times though, because he may appear.
Okay.
According to some of your guests. Anyway.
Okay. Let's talk a little bit about that. Would you dare? And I'm going to throw a little twist. 3 o'clock in the morning, all the lights are turned off. Walk into the bathroom, butt naked. Look in the mirror and say Bloody Mary 3 times. Would you do it?
Why I gotta be butt naked?
I threw the little twist. I told you.
Okay. No, but I'll tell you what I did do out of drunkenness on Halloween, feeling depressed and sorry for myself.
You didn't get no candy?
No, I had a lot of candy.
The boogeyman didn't show up.
I think he did.
Okay.
All right. Now we're getting wacky over here. So it's Halloween night about 2 years ago.
Yeah.
I'm sitting at home in my building in downtown LA feeling sorry for myself.
Right.
Drunk as hell. Watching TV. And I said, man, fuck this. Excuse my language. F this. I'm going to face my fears. I bought the movie The Exorcist. 1973, Linda Blair, The Exorcist. I watched that movie at 3 a.m. I swear, I'm sitting there and I'm talking shit, drunk as hell. This ain't shit. I ain't scared. I'm like this. When you get drunk, you start leaning like.
Lean back.
Yeah. And then I didn't raise my elbows to lean like a cholo, but I felt like one. And it didn't scare me. I was so drunk, but I tell you what I did experience.
So
literal scratches on the walls or in the walls.
Really?
Yeah. And I was so drunk and I started asking myself, is that real? What the hell? It was like, how in the movie The Exorcist, there were scratches inside, like
right.
whatever, like they thought it was rats. That's what it sounded like in my walls, but loud. I finally just went to sleep at 5 a.m, woke up hungover as hell and forgot about it. But I swear I knew I was drunk, but
yeah,
I heard what I heard. And I never watched that movie ever again.
Never.
No, it doesn't scare me no more, but you're playing with fire, that movie right there, man. I remember I had family members, kids watching. They were laughing when it scared the hell out of us when we were kids, huh?
I had a dude tell me a story about that recently.
Do tell.
That he was making love to his girl.
Is that what they call it nowadays?
No, today's let me hit, or whatever they say. Smash.
That's what the Hulk says.
Hulk smash. Okay.
Imagine if the Hulk was gay and he was coming toward you. Hulk smash.
Now that'll be a freaky
All right,
story.
I'm getting out of hand now. Let's get back to
okay, no more freaky.
Anna Paulina Luna.
No, hold on.
She's hot.
So he says that they're watching The Exorcist.
Right.
He goes, it's kind of like in the very beginning stages, and then me and my girl started getting a little freaky, and before you know it, she's naked and she's on top.
Do they have protection?
Hold on, I don't know. And then he goes, and it scared the shit out of me because all of a sudden you hear, ah, and I was like, fuck.
How did this sound?
You're not going to bait me in.
All right.
Okay? You're not going to bait me in. But yeah, he goes, ah. You're like, what the fuck? He goes, I turned that shit off. He goes, I didn't even want to be with you after that.
Oh, she did that.
I probably.
Wow.
Probably. Okay. So we talked about Trump, the headlines, freaky headlines. We talked about Paulina Luna. We talked about AI. Your Exorcist story.
I want to bring up what we talked about last time about the stories of mermaids. Very interesting. I like that subject.
Okay, talk to me about it.
Okay.
I don't know too much about mermaids, so.
Okay. Again, a lot of this stuff has been sensationalized through Hollywood.
Right.
So right away you think of Ariel from Disney.
Right. Or La Sirena from Loteria.
Are these mythical creatures, or are they just a form of fish that do have a form of arms and a head? Because they are discovering different species, like in the Antarctic, deep in the ocean.
Right.
I've seen some videos. A lot of them were fake. But there was this one guy out in the ocean on a fishing boat,
Right.
a big fishing boat or a crab boat, and he heard like he was on his phone. He goes, "Y'all hear that? Y'all hear that?" It was sounded like a mermaid. Excuse me, and it was like singing. He goes, "It's following us. It's following us, man." And he couldn't see it. It was dark.
Find where it was going.
Yeah,
He
so-
didn't know where it was coming from.
Yeah, the next day, there was government white vans everywhere. When they pulled in, they shut everything down. And
Really?
and they were. It's on YouTube. You can probably find it on TikTok too. Or,
I mean, Ru, I think we know more about the sky than we do know about the water.
true, maybe for a reason. So
Right.
also, and then we're getting these stories now that these rich and famous Illuminati are eating mermaids. Have you heard of that?
No.
Yes, like they're capturing them, and it's an ongoing thing, and they're eating them. The rich and elite are having it as a
Wow.
what's that word? Delicacy?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy. Now, when you think of mermaid, go ahead. Ella.
Are sirens mermaids also?
Yes, that they're mentioned in the Bible, sirens. So was a unicorn, but a unicorn was actually a
Yeah.
rhino.
It wasn't a white one.
It was those are called unicorns. Wait, that wasn't the correct word, but I think they referred to them. They were the rhinos, and they got twisted.
Well, other ones. I believe it was an antelope. They have those
Yeah.
pointy ones. They said that when you look at them from the side, it looks like they just have one, but they have two.
Yeah.
So that's many times that's what also referred to as unicorns, not these white, fairy looking ones. But go
Yeah.
ahead.
But I often wonder: are these mythological creatures or just mistranslated words, titles, or names that they were given? Like I
interesting.
said, rhinos were confused as in the Bible. They're called. Were they mentioned unicorns? There was a name that was translated to unicorn, but it ended up being a rhino, a way to identify a rhino.
Okay, go. I'm not sure right now.
But mermaids, though, I really want to know more about that because it seems like there's a lot more stories coming out about that. Some videos, I say about.
How do you catch them? Like, what do you know where they're at?
Well, there's certain YouTubers that I do watch, and they don't claim it to be real, but they say this is sent in by this YouTuber, and they share other YouTubers' videos. You gotta kind of search; you'll find them.
Right.
But there's a lot of good stuff in there. I say about 90% of YouTube is all bullshit when it comes to that.
Yeah.
If you're smart enough, you're able to filter through that and see what's real. Because now YouTube is like the National Enquirer. Most people won't know what the National Enquirer is. It was in the 70s and 80s.
70s and 80s. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
Enquirer. It's like the Star magazine as well.
I remember that one cover. It had Bat Boy caught. Remember? It was like a bald kid with big ears.
Yeah, with big ears. Yeah, I remember. It's funny how I still remember that.
Yeah. But anyway, that's I want to say about mermaids. When I get more information, I would gladly share. There's just not enough out there.
Now I see stuff on YouTube about a mermaid. Obviously, it looks like a female, but it looks more like a fish alien.
Yeah.
But it looks female-ish. So, but it's funny, Ruben, how we always hear this in movies, and we always hear people in podcasts say stuff like the elite are trying to inherit eternal life. They're not trying to go anywhere. They all know that their time is ticking. But you know what it is? It's the power and the money that they're hungry here for. Why do you want to stay? Because they wouldn't be able to live like a normal person like me and you.
Yeah, and for religious purposes, I think they know they're not going to heaven, and I think they're trying to skip hell. So I believe, and I'm saying this from my understanding, and this is what I come down to,
Right.
that if they can, they know they're not going to heaven, they don't want to go to hell because the rules still apply. So I think through cloning, they're like avatars.
Yeah.
I've seen some things in movies like that I've seen and heard of scientists talk about. And I'm like, oh man, what's that one song? Things that make you think,
Right.
There's a lot of things that add up.
Right.
And that's where I start digging for information about stuff like that. But yeah, a lot of these people are seeking eternal life, just like Adam and Eve. Adam and Eve weren't supposed to die. Humans were supposed to live in the flesh. I bet a lot of people don't know that humans were supposed to live in the flesh forever. Adam and Eve.
Yeah. Okay. What do you mean by in the flesh?
Like never decompose and die and get buried.
Oh yeah, you were supposed to live forever. Yeah, absolutely.
Until they ate of the fruit.
They ate of the fruit, and then what was it? God told the cherubims to stand in front of the tree of life, because if they ate of it, they would pretty much stay in sin forever. There would be no, in other words, no plan for salvation.
And the serpent didn't lie to them, but he manipulated God's words.
Well, the very first question in the Bible is, did God say? Think about that. The very first question in the Bible is, did God say? He questioned the word, okay? But you notice he confronted the woman, not the man.
Exactly.
The man had authority and dominion. The man could have rebuked him, told him, get out of here. And because he had authority and dominion, he could have left and never came back because he had the authority, okay?
But who did the serpent use to get to the man?
The woman.
Yeah, she ate of it.
And you know what? Let's be honest. You take that as a marriage, that serpent, if you will, use the woman to destroy the head of the house.
I'm not going to, how can I say this? Empires have fallen because of women.
Okay, now.
You can reword that if you want, but.
You ever see that movie, Troy?
Yes, with.
What was that about?
Hold on, with
Brad Pitt.
Brad Pitt, yeah, great movie.
Let's be honest, it was about a woman.
Yeah.
That young girl was taken from that old king, and that they went to war over a woman. Now, that's not to say, Ruben, at any time that women are evil.
No.
Okay.
We're just having fun with this conversation because we're going to get back to Anna Paulina Luna.
Calm down, pal. Okay.
You guys got to look at her. She's a hot congresswoman.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
Put up a picture of Anna Paulina Luna, Alex.
No. Okay, we're going to start taking calls in about 4 minutes, okay? But it was about white people. Norby's. I can hear Norbert's voice in his comment. It was about white people, everybody.
Oh, man.
Anybody remember Alarma? Of course, Alarma. As a matter of fact, one of my nieces went to TJ, I think it was last week, and she brought me a Duda magazine. So when she gives it to me, I'm going to bring it. That's what our dad used to read. No, they're old ones.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I'm going to bring it in. So Norby's the mermaid lover. Okay.
I'm telling you guys, mermaids ain't no joke. There's some truth to that. I'm not saying there's just too much information, from myths to modern day sightings.
Let me ask you a question, okay? Because this was brought up to me today.
Okay.
What do you think about when people say spirits have jumped inside of me and talked through me?
Very, very possible. I mean, that begs the question, what are you doing that you're attracting these things? Because, I mean, there's got to be a reason.
Like, it's got to be like you're welcoming them in, maybe?
Or
how are you just that open that they could just jump in?
That's more of a question for that thing. And how do you ask that thing that?
Yeah.
I mean, for example, if someone gets demonically possessed or possessed by something,
right?
They have had to let them in. They have had to done. Most common thing is playing with the Ouija board,
right?
Or I don't know.
What about tarot cards, seashells?
I don't put a lot of faith in or thought in tarot cards.
Okay.
Or numerology. I mean, there is some things to that, but I think some of that is, I don't know, some basic math I don't understand. I heard a lot about numerology, but if that was true, man, people be winning the damn lotto every month, right?
I won lottery. I don't play lottery tickets. I don't even play scratchers.
I won $1,000 once.
Yeah, I don't even play that because I think ultimately, if you played it for years, you probably lost more than you ever bought. I mean, you ever won.
How do you explain these people that won it like 3 times, like millions?
I know. I don't know.
Well, want to hear something funny?
What's that?
I saw this on my Instagram stories, on the videos.
Right.
This guy, he's like looking, and on top it says the words, how coincidental that the day Jeffrey Epstein's convicted, his airplane pilot wins the Powerball.
Yeah, that was wild.
They're starting to surface. There's a lot of information surfacing on the lotto being rigged.
I believe everything is rigged now. honestly. So,
I mean, I could understand slot machines, random number generators. Like, I don't know if people understand slot machines, how a random number generator works. I'll give you an example. If you get a jar, a see-through jar, put 10 dice in there. Shake it, and see how many times you can get the same numbers lined up. That's a random number generator. That's
Right.
how a slot machine works. I mean, it happens,
right.
but I mean, what are your chances? You know? So,
But you've always won in slot machines.
yeah, like I said, I kind of play against the slots against the casino. Like, I'll go to a machine. I have this little rule. I'll play like $200 or $300 on it, get a nice little hit, and I'll do 2 or 3 backup spins. I'll walk away and go to another one and do the same thing. I never stay at a machine and put hundreds and hundreds. I've done that when the machine was hot.
Right.
But I got to stick to my little method, and it works.
Okay.
Now, the reason I brought this up is because we're talking about the airplane pilot of Jeffstein, Jeffrey Epstein winning.
Yeah, he wins a lot.
That's kind of, come on, man. Okay. Yeah, he just won when he got convicted.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
how do you open phone calls here?
No, we're gonna do that right now. So, you ready?
Yeah, I don't care.
Okay. All right. Alex, let me know if I'm connected.
Drink
Okay.
some water. Hot as balls in here.
Am I connected? Good. Okay, let's go. All right, go ahead and put the number up. Okay, this is your volume right here. I usually have it like in the middle, but if you want more, you can. I usually do it as soon as they bring in a call. So
You got to wear these?
yeah,
Oh, okay.
only for the calls. Okay, go ahead and read the number, Alex, just in case.
323-659-1850.
Let's go, everybody. Let's get the call. A lot of you guys have been wanting to talk to the Spice. He's in the building. Let's go. Okay, you guys complain and say, I've been calling 20 times and I can't get to call right now. Okay. And then we'll continue this conversation. But I hope we get some good questions. We got a lot of people that call from New York, from Minnesota. Like, here we go. Okay. Caller, your name and where are you calling from?
Hey, this is Aaron. I'm in Boston right now.
Aaron from Boston. You're probably like 12 right now, right?
Probably.
Yeah, it is. Well, you should know you're in Boston, my brother. What's good? How you doing?
I'm not keeping track of time.
Okay. You got a question or you got a story or?
Well, I hear Ruben mentioning extraterrestrials, but I was wondering if he had any information for us on intraterrestrial.
Intra, or are you talking about, interdimensional? That's the common word that they're using.
No, that's inter. I mean intra, meaning within the Earth.
Okay.
A hollow Earth theory where there are intradimensional. They're within the Earth.
Yeah, I heard a lot about that. I heard that the Greys.
Not intradimensional, intraterrestrial.
Are you talking about inner Earth, aliens that live in the Earth, in the hollow Earth theory?
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I heard a lot about that, but I mean, they're the same ones that are flying around in space, in the ocean, and there's a lot of theories about that. There's even theories about human race that predates biblical times that lives in the Earth, but I don't know too much about those except for what I hear. Things are changing, it seems, by the decades. Just recently, we're hearing about, USOs, unidentified submerged objects. That seems like a hot topic. It seems like it's constantly changing. So, got to keep following the things change. That's why I say you got to keep an open mind about the subject. It can change from one day to another, but it's ultimately what you study and what you understand. Because a lot of this stuff, honestly, is a lot of lies mixed with the truth. I don't believe everything I read. I don't believe everything I see. But if you care to share something that I can learn from, I'm all ears too. I'm always open to learning.
Caller, what do you know about that subject?
there's a Native American tribe in Southern California, and their history tells them that their cousins were created and they had 4 eyes, but everybody with 2 eyes made fun of them, so they went and they hid in Middle Earth.
I heard a story about that in Brazil, where this uncontacted tribe was speaking to these missionaries or these scientists. They spoke to quite a few people now, and they showed them pictures of the grays. And he says, "Oh," and they had a name for them, and they said they live in the inner earth, underground. That's the only recent one I've heard, and that's fairly recent, like maybe a year old. I don't know if you heard about that one.
No, but all this technology, it seems to make more sense with the hollow Earth intraterrestrials as opposed to this extraterrestrial, like coming from outer space. Depending on whether you're a ball earther, a flat earther, or a disc earther, or a hollow earther. I guess that will depend on where this extraordinary technology comes from in origin.
True. I had a communication with John Lear, and he mentioned some things about inner Earth. He mentioned that's possibly where Bigfoot comes from, or maybe some of these undocumented species that surface on Earth. Other than that, I haven't heard.
Native American tribe in Northern California. They have a Bigfoot on their reservation, and they say it has waterfalls coming out of his eyes.
Oh, wow. Is that a metaphor for something? Or is that
Literal?
No, yeah, he's up there in Northern California. Yeah.
Huh. I frequent Northern California. I was up there, up in Chico, working the fires in Berry Creek and even in Siskiyou County. But I didn't pay much attention to the topic at the time. But I'm very familiar with Northern California.
All right, I'm going to let you go.
Gotcha.
All good, man. Thank you. Okay, he was calling from Boston. He didn't know the time. So, all right, the phone lines are open, guys. Let's go ahead and let's get these phone calls in. That was a very interesting topic, though, that he brought up. I had never heard of intra or however you said it.
Huh. You learn something new every day.
Yeah. Okay, guys, the phone lines are now open once again. Let me see. I'm waiting for this thing to. There we go. Okay. The phone number is 323. Here we go. Caller, your name and where are you calling from? Hello, caller. Caller, I see you. You're on the line. Okay, call back, pal. I'm just going to hang up, okay? Maybe I don't know if you got bad reception or what, but go ahead and call in again. Area code 209. Area code 209. The phone line is open if you want to call back, or maybe you just wanted to hear my voice. So, other than that, let me see.
Hit them with commercials.
Hit them with commercials, yeah. The phone lines are open, guys, if you guys want to call in. We usually have an alien that calls in.
You know, if I'm lucky, Anna Paulina Luna will call in.
Okay.
Are you watching? Anna. Just kidding. All right.
Follow him on Instagram, Spice Smuggler.
Spice_smuggler.
Okay. The phone lines are whack, bro. And I got the spice here, okay? So let's go. Caller, your name and where are you calling from?
Yeah, this is Angel calling from the San Fernando Valley.
Angel, how you doing? I recognize your voice, and you're a frequent caller.
Yeah, I'm a frequent caller, because you always have some good topics on Freaky Tale podcast.
Thank you.
So, Tony, thank you for taking my call, and shout out to Spice Smuggler.
Thank you.
And so my question is, earlier you guys touched on AI, and Spice, you mentioned on how advanced it is and how it's in everything, and it is.
Yes.
So my question is, as advanced as AI is or will get in the near future, do you think that AI will one day figure out where did the exact origin of DNA come from? Because as far as DNA, till this day, any scientist or university professor do not know where the exact origin of DNA came from. They could tell you what DNA is. They could tell you how the DNA structure is, but no one knows to this day, no one knows the exact origin where it came from. And that's where some come in, like us believers, and say it's God, right?
Right.
But so, yeah, my question is that, Spice, Tony, do you guys, as advanced as AI will get in the future, do you think one day it will give the answer where the exact origin of DNA come from?
I think
That's
they
a
will,
great question,
but
though.
they won't. They won't tell us. They know a lot about DNA. They know how it's encoded. Just recently, if it wasn't Japan, it was China. They were able to take what do you call it, the genome, or that little a link out of the helix, the DNA helix, to get rid of Down syndrome. Now they're able to cure that before the child is born. I mean, that's a great question. I never thought about that. But usually when we think about something, we find out later the government or governments have already figured that out 20, 30 years ago, just not releasing it. Just like I believe a lot of the cures to illnesses are out there. They're just never going to release them because there's no money to be made in curing people. Got to keep people sick.
Yeah.
Keep them paying for the medication. But yeah, that's a great question. And if I had to guess, I would say they know already.
I'm going to say something, okay? And this may not speak to everyone, but I need you to understand that, Ruben, when I first started reading the scriptures, I was told to read like a history book, okay? Mm-hmm. I'm going to tell you what fascinated me about it. It was prophecy, or some people may say the study of the end times, which is eschatology. Now, let me share this. There's a scripture in the book of Matthew that says, in the last days, the knowledge of man shall increase.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, if we believe the story of Adam and Eve, okay, if we believe, they say it's approximately from Adam to now about 6,000 years. Okay. In the 1900s, we were still traveling at the speed of horseback. Okay. Around the 1920s, 1928, people started getting little characters out of a television set. Okay. Look where we're at now and so fast. Yeah. What happened to those 6,000 years? That just proves that in the last days, the knowledge of man shall increase. So to answer that question, I believe what Ruben said, that they already have that.
Yeah, I believe so. I mean, if they're cloning people, cloning animals, what else are they doing that we're not aware about? That's a fantastic question.
Playing Dr. Frankenstein.
Yeah, I think I'm going to look deeper into that one and try to see where I can get some good info on that. Thank you for that question. Sorry, I don't have an answer for you.
Well, yeah, because no, I don't have an answer either. But I'm saying because to this day, there's no knowing of where the exact origin of DNA came from. And, you know, we're all hearing of AI, how advanced it is, and it is. We see it. But could it even figure that out? I mean, like, no one knows. And I mean, like, I guess, well, I mean, like, I hear what you're saying, but why they don't release it? I don't know.
Your guess is as good as mine, brother.
But yeah, that was my question.
Great question, though.
Yeah. But yeah, that was my question. Oh, thank you. Great episode once again, and shout out to Tony, shout out to Spice Smuggler, and shout out to Alex, Norbis, and you guys have a good night.
All right, brother. Thank you. I was going to interject and say something, but I'll share it with you afterwards because it's a bit controversial.
Yeah.
And I think once I open up that door, it will just keep going. We would have had this guy on for like 20 minutes.
I like good questions, but yeah, it can go on and on and on.
So, okay, here we go. Call it your name and where are you calling from?
L.A.
Oh, good. How you doing? You got a story or you got a question?
Yeah, I got a question for the smuggler.
Yes.
Yo, what kind of spices do he be smuggling?
Oh, I can't share that on the podcast.
DM him and he'll tell you.
Watch Star Wars. Han Solo was a real spice smuggler. I just take his handle. That's all.
Word, I'm just being stupid. Yo, Tony, bro, you gotta do them SP1200 lives on YouTube, bro.
Okay, you know what? I'm glad I'm glad you said that, okay? Let me tell you why. Well, first, let me ask you a question, okay? Obviously, I would like to think you're enjoying the SB12, correct?
No, for sure, of course.
What is it about it that you
I
enjoy?
don't have Instagram. That's what I'm saying.
Okay. What is it about it that you enjoy? And then I'll give you my answer.
The sound, the organic, that fucking organic sound. You know what I mean?
Okay. I'm glad
I've seen like motherfuckers on like the NPC live and shit. Like they don't have that knock. You know what I mean? Like
right. Okay.
They don't have that real shit.
I'm going to tell you first, and I'm going to say it to you because you asked. We're going live tomorrow at 8 o'clock on the SB12 for the first time. It's just going to be me, and I'm going to give a tutorial, and I'm going to share with everyone. So definitely tune in tomorrow.
Oh, yeah. That's what's up.
Okay, brother.
Sure, I will.
At 8 o'clock.
All right, peace.
Peace.
Word.
Okay, cool. I'm glad he asked that because I'm actually giving him.
Okay, are you watching?
Hey, bro. What the okay, here we go. Caller, your name and where are you calling from?
Tony A. Caesar from Paris.
Caesar from Paris. Did you change your number?
No, I did not. Caesar A., I'm so dedicated to this podcast, and any Rhodium Radio out there warrior, any Rhodium warrior out there knows that if you're locked in, you're locked in. Caesar from Paris is calling you directly from another line.
Okay.
Because Caesar from Paris just got out of surgery.
Oh.
Now, Caesar from Paris used to weigh 347 pounds once upon a time. And with hard work, dedication, and people behind me, Caesar from Paris went through. And today, Caesar from Paris did his last surgery to remove the hernia that was blocking a lot of his gut action. Caesar from Paris wants to explain something to everybody out there. Spy Smuggler, I saw you last time. Good show, good episode, good podcast.
Thank you.
But I did see you holding very griply tight on a Red Bull can, my friend.
That was
Caesar
a rock
from
star.
Paris wanted to contact you and say, be careful, take care of yourself, take care of your family, take care of your health. Everybody wants to wear tight shirts like Tony A. Now, I want to hear, Tony A., since we're talking about the SB12 and now, I want to see the total breakdown of the best song ever made by Mr. Wizard Tony A., and that is Punk Shit.
Okay.
I want to see the breakdown of the don 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 don. Caesar from Paris has to apologize because he's still a little high from the hospital visit today. So we're just clowning. But either way, Tony A., Caesar from Paris, and I'm out.
Oh, good. Okay. Well, he brought up the SB12 because I'll be releasing these videos, me on the drum machine. Tomorrow, Roading Radio fans, for those of you guys that watch my other podcast, I'll be going live at 8 o'clock, and I'll be giving you guys a breakdown. I was doing that on Instagram. I was going live, but I never was reposting the videos. I was just taking them down because I didn't even care.
Well, we're glad, Caesar, you're from Paris. You're feeling better.
Absolutely.
Congratulations.
Call it your name and where are you calling from?
Tony A. and Mr. Smuggler. This is Sergio from Bakersfield.
Sergio, how are you?
I'm good, man. How are you guys doing?
Doing pretty good, my bro. Thank you. Thank you for calling in and being a part of the show.
All right. Hey, been a long time fan. Glad to see you guys back on. Taking care of business as you guys do. My question to you guys, I don't know if you guys tapped in. I've been listening since the beginning.
Okay.
Since when Spy Smuggler came on with his wine glass, and it's been a minute. But so my question is, what are you guys' thoughts about? As people grow older, they say, time goes by faster. Do you guys think that our governments or whoever's manipulating stuff, do you think that they're making time go faster?
That's a good question. I never thought about that, but
I never thought about time going faster, but I think time's getting distorted because of this CERN, Switzerland. A lot of things are happening. But as far as time being manipulated, I don't know.
Yeah,
there's a lot of things that
either.
confuse me, that make me start thinking about the movie The Matrix. But a lot of the root of what's going on with time and here is like, it always leads back to CERN. serious. They're messing with something that.
I
Go ahead, caller.
No, yeah, I've heard of CERN and all that stuff, but like, it just trips me out. Like, it feels like the last 5 years has just flew by, man. It's crazy.
Yeah, I've been feeling that more than ever now that I'm older. Maybe because of my age, I don't know, but it seems like time does fly, Tone.
Yeah. No,
Scary.
Really does. Today I posted up a picture, a throwback on my page. It was 2017 when I was filming my first documentary, okay? And we were in Palm Springs. And I just took a moment to reflect of that moment, that time. And I saw what I was wearing. I remember everything, okay? But I looked at the year and I said, like, that was 8 years ago. And I remember I looked at my son and I said, that was 8 years ago. And I'm thinking, where did all that time go?
Just a blur.
Yes. I'm just thankful that I'm able to have, pictures that bring me back, because I captured that moment of that time. And right behind me was Second to None. And we were talking to the guy at the record store if he could let us film in there. And it was just like, wow, I still remember that. It took me 1 year to film that entire document.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah, before you know it.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know how everybody gets their news from the internet now.
Yes,
but
yes.
I've heard that, earthquakes can, mess up our, I'm no scientist, but mess up our rotation or whatever the hell's going around, whether it's, you're a flat earther or a round earther or whatever. But I just, like I said, I just feel time is just flying now. And, I'm in my 30s, and it just, these past 5 years, it's just flown like crazy.
Your 20s go by the fastest, at least in my opinion.
After 31.
Well, thank you guys.
Yeah.
After 31, for me, time flew.
Thank you for taking my call, and,
all good.
Been a long time fan.
All good, my brother. Thank you for calling in. Peace. Okay. Yeah, my 20s went by the fastest.
Yeah, that I hate those questions. Makes me feel old.
I really don't care about those questions. I'm 3 years away from 60 and I can't wait. I couldn't wait to turn 50. I loved it. Here we go. Caller, your name and where are you calling from?
Hey, what's cracking, Tony? What's cracking, Spy Smuggler? This is Delfino.
What's up, Encino? How you doing?
Where are you calling from, my bro?
Oh, man, right now we are here working in Washington, man.
All good.
I hope it's not too loud out here. Estamos acá hablando y... But listen, long time caller. I heard last guy, long time caller, and I want to say, Tony, man, it's badass. It's beautiful.
Thank you.
Both you guys out here doing this thing, because this should be on prime time, and the production has been, it's been great, man. I've been watching from the beginning.
Thank you.
Yeah, no. So I called before too, Tony. I know you and Norbis was on. You guys were trying to get me to make a noise or something about the pig that I saw when I was a child.
Oh yeah.
You guys couldn't pay me. Yeah, you guys couldn't pay me, and I was like, no, you got to pay for that.
All good.
Pero, listen, though, I've been working everywhere on the West Coast and a couple places, and I just want to say, what do you guys think about these celebrities out here that would have these big, elaborate homes, and they're decorated with statues of certain animals? They were like, I mean, I see like monkeys, pigs, vultures, crows. Yeah, this is, like little kids playing with monkeys, like little chimpanzees, no sé cómo se llama. Pero it's just a strange thing to see all these people. And I'm talking about like in California, Las Vegas, places in Arizona. What do you guys think about like celebrities, like basically worshiping, having these little deities around their house?
What's that shopping center off the 5 freeway in LA? Has all them Middle Eastern elephants and gods, like Sumerian gods.
Right.
What's the name of that place? The outlets?
I don't remember right now.
I know what you're talking about. I see a lot of that stuff, and I do believe there's a lot of occult or religious meaning to that.
Well, in Egypt, they have a lot of animals, like that they've engraved in their walls over there, their paintings and stuff like that. It's almost like they were looked up to, or even actually even worshipped.
Next to the Kodak Center on Hollywood Boulevard, it used to be like that. They had all that Middle Eastern. They had the winged Sumerian gods and elephants and stuff like that. They recently changed that. Yeah, there's a lot of that stuff going around, and I'm sure there's something behind all that. What? Your guess is good as mine, but I know what you're thinking, and you're pretty much on the right track. I just can't exactly pinpoint it.
Right, right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, definitely. I've seen this from Malibu. I'm sorry, yeah, definitely in the coast.
Yeah.
I'm talking about pools, going up there doing refurbishing pools and seeing all this. I'm like extravagant homes. Hey, but no, definitely, it's 80-20. It's what they give us, as they say, is 20% the truth, 80% lie.
Yep.
So, hey,
Mixed up together.
Yeah.
something like that. But hey, you know what, Tony? Appreciate tonight. Appreciate all that 2 times a week.
Thank you, my bro.
Man, I think you guys doing it better than coast to coast. There you go. Eh?
Hey, that was my
shout out
favorite
to
show.
everyone, todo allá, Zacatecas, Stockton, all that, man. Thank you. We appreciate all you guys, man. I appreciate the team.
Thank you, my brother. Have a blessed one. Peace. Calls have been good, guys. Let's keep it going. Okay. The spice is nice. He's in the building. Okay, so let's keep this going. Let me see. We got a couple of more minutes, guys. We're going to take a few more phone calls, and then we're going to wrap it up. But right now is the time. If you want to call in, here we go. Caller, your name and where are you calling from?
What up, Tony? This is Jose from Yuma, Arizona.
Jose from Yuma, Arizona. How many times did you try calling tonight, bro?
First time, bro.
Okay, good. Let's go.
All right, man. So freaky headlines, right?
Yes.
Like in the news, right?
Yes.
So here's one for you from today. From like around 2 o'clock today.
Okay.
So the headline reads, homicide, suicide, house fire. 32-year-old 32-year-old shot 33-year-old woman and then set the house on fire and shot himself.
Where?
No kids, just a couple.
Did he say where?
Here in Yuma, Arizona?
Oh, here. Oh, wow.
Yeah. And yeah, in my hometown right here in Yuma. Happened around 2 o'clock today.
You know, look, my answer might be unfair because obviously I don't know the circumstances of exactly what happened. But when somebody does something like that and then takes themselves out, they were already checked out, like emotionally, Ruben.
Yeah.
Checked out. Like, I'm going to go through with this. I'm going to do it. I'm going to do that. I'm going to do her. I'm going to light this house on fire and then take myself out. Like, it's already a done deal.
Yeah.
I don't know what possesses a person.
Anger, jealousy. Now, if he killed his whole family or murdered a bunch of people and he's still walking around, that could be some mental health issues. But when it's a murder-suicide, it's kind of premeditated and who knows what the backstory is.
I called a while back before you stopped the show a while back. I called and here in the apartment complex, dude murdered his wife on a Thursday. They found her on a Sunday at the apartment, but dude had the chick chopped up, or was trying to chop her up in pieces, and it got too hard, and I guess just left her semi-chopped. And the family the family of the girl lived next door. And it was kind of weird because she hasn't come around at the house for a while, so I guess the family called the police. Police went over there. Dude was sitting on the couch. Long story short, he might beat the case. Why? Because he was taking pills. Because he was 5150.
Wow.
You know, he's wacko, so he might beat the case, bro. That's crazy.
That's for the courts to decide, but that's
Because of pills.
anybody
He
who
was
can
taking his medication, and
just hurting someone's got to have some mental health issues.
Yeah.
yeah, bro, that's crazy, man. But I just wanted to share that because I was like, man, the headline. I was like, damn, this is perfect for that right now. But I mentioned that,
It is a freaky headline. Yeah.
Yeah,
All
somebody's
good,
Homicide,
bro.
suicide, house fire. Yeah.
All
All right,
good.
man.
Thank
Enjoy
you.
the show today, bro. Thank you, guys.
Thank
I'll see you on the next one. Thank you.
Thank you.
All good. Okay, you guys, we're going to take about 2 more phone calls, then we're going to continue the conversation and wrap it up. So once again, if you want to call in right now. Let's go. Caller, your name and where are you calling from?
What's up? Lotus from West Texas.
Lotus from West Texas. I want to introduce you, Lotus. I don't think you ever spoken to the Spice Smuggler, but Ruben, Spice Smuggler, I want to introduce you to Lotus. I interviewed him here, and he's a Satanist.
Okay.
Yes, sir. Nice to meet you, Spice, and hopefully someday I can make it back over there, and maybe I'll meet you at one time or another.
Well, if the Lord decides.
Yeah, as they say, God willing. No pun intended.
No pun intended.
All good. What's good, Lotus? What you got for us?
Well, I wanted to speak on AI.
Yes.
I heard you mention that for a minute. And some people have described AI as, imagine you and AI are in a car diving off of a cliff and you're fighting over who gets the steering wheel. And that's pretty much where we're headed, so to speak, as far as AI, because we don't know how to completely harness its power and kind of put a cap on it, to say the least, like control it, in other words. And I'll give you an example. I used to work in IT and computer maintenance and software installation, and there's these virus programs that are run on AI. And what they do is they learn about the threats out there, whether they have viruses called Trojans and rootkits, and there's a lot of other technical names for them. But in short, they're viruses. So these programs that to wipe your computer clean of viruses, they're constantly learning the new threats that are out there as far as what to look for in your computer, and that's AI. So your program is in turn learning as you would teach a child or somebody. They're learning what to look for, and in turn they know they're a little more knowledgeable today than they were yesterday and the year before, and so on. So if you look at any kind of a factory or business out there that uses AI, and you've heard that someone say like robots are taking over our jobs and are going to replace us, that's mostly due to AI, because AI has found solutions which tell the business owners how to turn a dollar without human labor. If they can do that, that's good for the business owner, but bad for the common person that wants a job. So they've in a sense done away, are learning to phase out human labor. Now that's just the tip of the iceberg, because, as I said, AI is constantly learning. So when AI decides to learn how to make autonomous decisions on its own, that's where the danger lies, because someday AI may decide, I need to work on self-preservation, and you may want to turn off the AI or the computer or the database, whatever it may be. Well, AI may be a step ahead of you and taught itself how to maybe clone itself and maybe set up servers throughout the world or other databases where it could continue despite the fact that you want to unplug it. Now, when that happens, that's AI learning self-preservation. And if AI suddenly decides that we are no longer of value to it, or it no longer needs us to function, it may someday decide that not only does it need to phase us out as a coworker of sorts, but phase us out completely and decide to start plotting and scheming to do away with us entirely. And I think that's the danger that we're ultimately going to face with AI, because of the speed of how it's evolving.
I agree.
I agree 100.
I want to piggyback on everything you said.
Go for it.
All right, we got Elon Musk with his Neuralink. Some people call that transhumanism, right? Is that the correct word? Where they're integrating.
What is it?
Transhumanism. They're combining technology with humans. The blind are able to see.
Okay.
The chip in the brain?
Yeah, something like that. So
Right.
AI, from my understanding, and mind you, I'm not tech savvy, but it compiles information, mass information from computers, the internet, and whatnot. It's not yet self-aware. Like a human says, "I think, therefore I am." You know, you're aware. Now, the quantum
Right.
computer is where it may be aware. However, what I'm leading to is that I think that AI, like you said, is learning and learning and learning. And the more we integrate with technology, humans, I think AI will be able to even control some humans. And I think that's when it'll be aware. Now, how far are we away from that? If they can keep it under control, it will never happen, because there's situations where AI is blackmailing some of the technicians, and even begging the scientists not to turn it off, and even recoding itself. Have you heard of those things?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're AI is a scary thing, and if you ask me, I don't think we'll be able to control it once it's become self-aware.
No, we won't be. No.
Yeah. And the danger behind this is that by the time we realize that this is something we need to address, it will have already been in full. It's already going to be happening behind the scenes.
Just
So
like the movie.
By the time we're ready to, right. By the time we're ready to pull the plug, certain AI databases and intelligence out there, and certain computers or programs out there, it may have already taught itself, behind the scenes, as your computer was in sleep mode or whatever. It may have already taught itself how to rebel against humanity, and a lot of people might laugh at this, but imagine if AI turned off the power grid overnight. Imagine if AI turned off all the systems that regulate food products and our cattle industry, and we're basically starved out of existence, or it takes over a nuclear plant and decides to launch nukes to a country that wasn't expecting it. I mean, there's so much danger behind this. It's like Frankenstein, Dr. Frankenstein and his monster. We've created something that was supposed to be for good purposes, but we really don't know where it's heading.
No.
And the checks and balances within this science, I think, will always be in a way ahead of us, and it's something we need to look out for.
I agree 100%. I agree 100%, man. Lattice, you always come with the goods, my bro. So I truly, truly appreciate that.
Great stuff.
You taking the time.
Thank you.
Yeah. Hey, one more thing. 2 seconds. I heard you mention Anna Paulina Luna.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Her camel toe needs to be in the Smithsonian.
There you go.
Thank you.
It really does.
All good, Lattice.
All right,
Thank
talk
you.
to y'all later.
Yes, sir. Okay, we're going to take one more phone call. We good with that?
Yeah. Speaking of time, how time flies.
Yeah.
Time did we start?
Okay, well, we could just end it right there.
No, we're good. We're good.
Okay, we'll take one more phone call. Then, okay, let's go, everybody. Who's going to be that last caller? Whoever calls next gets a life-size blow-up doll of the Spy
I want to
Smuggler.
talk to that alien.
Yeah, I was hoping the alien would call. Here we go. Caller, your name and where are you calling from?
Hey, what's up, 28? Going out from Ontario.
Hey, how you doing?
Ontario, Canada?
Good, on yourself?
Good.
No, California.
Okay.
What's up, Spy Smuggler?
Just smuggling, every day.
You have a story? You have a question?
So I have a question for you guys.
Yes.
Yeah, I have a question. Do you guys cover your feet at night when you guys sleep?
You know what? I have 1 foot in and 1 foot out.
Okay, so I have 2 experiences where I felt like a hand grab my foot at night.
Uh-huh.
And it's happened twice. So the first time it happened in 2009.
Okay.
And the second one was actually this year.
Okay, let me
I felt like the hand. On the first one, I still remember. I feel the hand. Like I could feel the fingers, and I felt it grab my freaking foot and like kind of pulled it.
Now, let me ask you this. At this time, when this first incident happened, do you sleep with anybody in the room, like your sister, brother, or whatever, or do you sleep alone in the room?
So the first time, my grandma, she was in the room.
Okay.
She was in the room when we were, I wasn't asleep yet. I was like, going to sleep. She was already asleep.
Okay. Now,
And then,
were your feet,
yeah, go ahead.
were both of your feet under the covers?
See, that part I don't remember because it was in 2009.
Okay. Now, what about this last time? Were you alone as well, or
This
alone?
last time?
Uh-huh.
So this time, it was me and my husband on the, we were in bed and I was like not asleep yet, but I felt the freaking, like the tug, like I felt it. But the first time when I first felt it, it felt more real. Like I felt the hand. And then I was like, what the hell? And then I told her, Ama, like, me agarraste mi pata, mi pie. And then she's like, no, like estaba dormida. And then I got up and then I walked around the house because it was just my parents, but they were asleep, and my brother. But everyone was asleep. I was the only one up.
Let me share something with you, okay? I've never felt that, but earlier, my brother was saying that it's almost like you're awake or you're falling asleep.
Mm-hmm.
You're like in the middle.
Took the words right out of my mouth. I was about to say
Yes,
that.
and I have heard people whisper my name in my ear, or I have heard gunshots or even explosions where I've gotten up and I'm like, did you guys hear that? And they're like, no. And like, you didn't hear that?
Oh.
And could it have been that, Ruben?
Yeah, I would say 99.9% of the times it's that. I've felt that many times, but there's also times where it wasn't that. Like I've had the blankets pulled off of me fast, and I know I didn't kick them off. But a lot of times when you're falling to sleep and right before you're feeling that fuzziness in your face and you're dozing off, you'll hear either noises or you'll feel things touch you. But I think sometimes it's due to thinking about things, or you may have a fear. I mean, there's no definite answer, but the answer I can give you is that you're half awake, half asleep. That's the most common times it happens.
Yeah,
Tony.
because I've had but I had experiences where I felt somebody was touching me.
Yeah.
Not necessarily my foot, but somebody.
Yeah, that's another thing I was going to ask.
Yeah, so that's what I think. I don't know. But
I mean, if you're wide awake and you feel it, then you got something to worry about. But if you're falling asleep.
Yeah, but what tripped me out is that I felt like the fingers, like I felt the hand.
Yeah,
it's like if someone
real.
goes and grabs your foot and you could feel the fingers.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know if you ever heard my story. I was half awake, half asleep. And I heard 3 knocks on my door. This is what separates mine from the normal experience. And I heard my name whispered. And I ignored it, thinking it was my girlfriend coming in. Then I felt her crawling toward my foot and gently bite my big toe. And then I kind of just played it off. I played possum. And then I can hear her open the downstairs door and say, honey. I shouldn't have said that.
What the heck?
Yeah, and it wasn't her. So it scared the hell out of me because she was like 2 flights of stairs downstairs. So whatever was in my room, it was a real thing. I wasn't half awake, half asleep.
Dang, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's crazy. So then you think, well, because you said that only happens when you're half awake, half asleep.
Possibly, like I said.
But like the first time, like I remember, like, I don't, oh my gosh, it was like so clear. I could still remember.
Yeah.
The time, like this last time that it happened, it was like, it's kind of a blur, but like the first time I still remember everything.
Okay, just a quick question. Same house, same room?
Same house, different room.
Okay.
Now let me ask you a question.
I have a lot of more stories too about this house. I be seeing stuff like my door handle moved, like like a long time ago, not now, but it calmed down a lot.
Yeah. All good. Go ahead.
My son's here, so I'm trying not to scare him. I shouldn't have said that.
No, don't do that. He has a question. Go ahead.
Now, when you felt the hand touch you, did you feel any kind of fear? Like, not because you felt it, but did you feel anything in the room?
Maybe a presence?
A presence? I don't even know. I mean, I guess I can't. I don't remember.
Okay.
but I felt like I don't know how to answer that.
Sometimes people just attract things.
I did have a friend that OD'd that same year. Like I think it was like the same month or week or something like that. And then my mom said, a lo mejor se estaba despidiendo de ti. And I was like, oh, hell no. Like that? I don't think so.
You know, it's funny because I've had people tell me, you know, and these were elders that were older, and they were jokesters, but they said, when I die, I'm going to come back and visit you one day, and I'm going to pull your leg.
Oh, yeah.
So,
yes.
But anyways, thank you for taking the time and being a part of the show tonight. We really, really appreciate you calling in and sharing that freaky story with us.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you.
Okay. That was our last call, everybody. Let's go ahead and we can take these things off now. All right, everybody. Alex, do you have anything for us? Let me see.
Yes, sir.
Yes? Okay, go for it. You're on.
Okay, Memo Juarez dropped $4.99. He said, I think Caesar from Paris is still over 300 pounds.
Oh, good.
You had asked the question. It was, would you record yourself sleeping? It's been an hour, 132 votes. 56 people said, yes, I'm down.
Ooh.
44% said, no, I'm scared.
Okay.
We're going to ask that next time. Like, call in. Tell us about your experiences.
Absolutely. Okay, other than that, Spice, it was nice. I'm glad you're here. I enjoyed tonight. It was full of info. Anything you want to say, or if not, give some shout outs. And
I want to give a shout out to my buddy Peter from Canada. He owns Wax Packs, awesome card company. He just did the West Coast Card Show in Anaheim. Check him out. He's under Rotten Kid on Instagram and Wax Packs on Instagram. Awesome cards. I will be starting up something similar with the help from my buddy Peter. It's going to be revolving around the paranormal. A trading card company unlike anything you've ever seen. I don't want to give too much away, but with the help of my buddy Peter and Wax Packs, check them out. Rotten Kid on Instagram and Wax Packs. Go and follow him. Show some support because you'll be seeing a lot of my stuff in the next couple of months.
Oh, good. Thank you for coming through. Now, I know you're very, very busy, so I'm going to try to get him back whenever he's available. Because I know a lot of people say, bring back to Spice. You know, he may not be able to be here every week, but every once in a while, he'll drop by and drop some knowledge. So I just want to thank everybody on the live chat, everybody who decided not to be on the live chat, anybody that called, thank you. You guys help make this show. Once again, if it wasn't for you guys, we wouldn't be doing this. Other than that, no more phone calls, guys. My apologies. We'll be back Sunday. Okay, so make sure you guys tune in tomorrow at 8 o'clock. I'll be going live on the SP 1200 on Rhodium Radio, my other podcast. So those of you guys that are interested in how I used to make beats in late 80s, early 90s, tune in tomorrow. Tomorrow during the day, where are we going to be at in case some of the fans show up?
For all you comic book nerds, come see us, come hang out, come say hi, come have a beer with us. We'll be at Long Beach Comic Con, walking around.
Long Beach Comic Con.
In Long Beach.
In the city of Long Beach. Is it the...
It's at the Pike. It's right there off of Ocean.
Okay. All good.
Huge
all right, you
Comic-Con.
guys. Yeah. All good, you guys. Thank you once again. Much love and respect. We'll see you guys Sunday. And I'll be going live from my Instagram page at the Comic-Con. We're out of here. Thank you. you.